YouTube, Jed's here. Usually I do these things and you're seeing a XG1200 street rod, but things have got changed up. I traded in the street rod for this Harley Davidson XR1200 Sportster. There was some issues with my hip. Basically, the XG, the street rod, was causing some really chronic hip issues. I did that big trip down to Blue Ridge Parkway, and it really freaking hurt my hip. And then I put about maybe 12,000 miles on after that 10,000 mile review, 2,000 miles on, and it really was rough. It really hurt bad. So I was in touch with my dealer, and they reached right out and got in touch with me for this Harley Davidson XR1200. And this is a little review here. I'm about on a 300 mile day, about 250 miles in. Probably gonna ride for another hour and a half. And I gotta say that this bike, compared to the XG750A, is worlds apart in comfort. More or less in the seating position. The main reason is the tank here is nice and slim. You can kind of see the cylinder head there, and you can see how, unlike the street rod, which had the tank much wider and put me in that awkward stance, I would call it frog stance. This puts me in a more neutral position. It's very much like riding a Yamaha FZ1, FZ6, FZ07, Bandit 1200, ZRX 1200, all those nice standard bikes that I'm accustomed to, coming over from Harley and coming over from the Jap market, going to the Harley market. So this little guy's got a 1200cc downward draft Evolution motor, Sportster motor. It's not like the other Sportster motors. It's more up to Buell spec from what I can gather. It's got that oil-cooled head, so it's got a auxiliary oil cooler on it. The motor's very nice. It isn't like the XG where it stays. You keep it up in the 7,000 to 9,000 range. This guy revs out at 7,000 RPM, but it actually has pretty good pull from 5,000 to 7,000 RPM. So, 0 to 60s in the mid 3-second range. You know, I would say a straight line performance compared to the street rod. It's pretty comparable, maybe a touch hair quicker. But what it doesn't have in acceleration, it makes up in handling. This thing is a true handling machine. I cannot overwhelm this bike. With a street rod, I would grind pegs all the time, and as you can see here, I have ground my boot right off from the street rod. I use my toes as feelers, and I've only touched my pegs maybe a few times today, where the street rod I was rubbing all the time. So this bike had 2,500 miles when I picked it up. I don't even know where it's at now. 2,900 miles. So I'm gonna try to hit $3,000. Maybe I could hit it today. I'm on 2,500 miles on Saturday, 2 days ago. Yeah, it's a great machine. I don't know what else to really tell you. I mean, it's a shame that the street rod didn't work out for me, and it was mostly just peg position, foot peg position, ergonomics. It just destroyed my hip. I went to the doctor, and I'm 33 years old, and I should not be having hip problems, and the street rod caused some major hip problems. This XR, I mean, like I said, I've got about 250 miles on today, and I'm still ready to rock another 100 miles. I'll if I have the time, before the sun goes down, I'm going to try to grab another 100 miles and break that 3,000 mile mark. But yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. I'll do some more reviews on this one. Just wanted to update I know I've got some guys following me on YouTube. If you guys, I hope I don't deter you from the subscriptions, but I am sticking with the Harley Davidson brand. I'm going to be kind of racking miles on this XR1200 moving forward. So this is Jed signing off. Ride safe. Have a good day.